that he's been able to achieve. I think he deserves it, 100%. Yeah, J Fry's in LA. Guy, thank you so much for gifting a tier 1 sub to Kermit's Hoodie. Thank you, my friend. What do you want me to draw for you? I'd love to get my ass kicked by Danny Trejo. I wouldn't. That would suck. Thanks, Guy. I appreciate that. You can pick out a drawing. And that's kind of on the border. It looks more like a Dexter, but Dexter's like really comfy, and I think I'm just gonna eat a Bean Boozled. I'm gonna take one for the team so that I don't have to wake up Dexter. And thank you also for gifting one to Rebel as well. I'd rather take a Bean Boozled than wake up my handsome prince. Followed by a spicy bean to clear our palate. Thank you so much. Okie dokie. So here's our Bean Boozleds. We're looking good, right? Our tamales coming together. Oh, snap. That reminds me. I totally was going to tell you guys something about cheese puffs, and I got sidetracked. The New York City mayor-elect was in prison. I didn't know that. Like, the justice system should be that if you are, if you have to serve time for a crime, and that time is limited, your life should be able to continue after you serve that time. If you do something bad and you get 10 years in prison and you get out of prison at 10 years, you should be able to do something else with your life. You should be able to. Okay. Like, be a mayor or be a famous actor. Why not? Okay, let's have is it strawberry banana smoothie or dead fish? Your life shouldn't be forever marred by your past mistakes. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, reformed should mean something. I think so too. Okay. Ugh. It's fish. Whew. Rebel, thank you for the bits. But then there's people who should go to prison for crossing state lines with an assault rifle. I'm not going to comment on any active. I'm not going to comment on any active trials right now. Okay, let's not even go there. Ugh. It's like sweet fish. It does definitely have a hot bean to clear that. And Guy, if you have anything that you want me to draw for you, let me know. If you don't, that's okay too. All right, for our hot bean, we have a cayenne pepper. Nasty. Okay, I wanted to show you guys something because I looked this up while I was at the grocery store because I was like, what is a cheese curl? I need you guys to see this. Draw a sock puppet, okay. Sure. Okay, I want to tell you guys a little bit about the history of the cheese puff, okay? You guys know I love food history and like stuff like that. This one's a really cool one, and it has a video that when I watched it, I was like, oh my God, this is the most crazy thing I've ever seen. The justice system should be rebuilt from the ground up. The thing is, I don't know how we could do that. Like to just tear it all down and rebuild it is such a, like you literally need like a revolution in order to have that happen. I don't see that happening. Like a complete rebuild and restructure. I don't see that happening without like, literally without like a revolution. I just don't see it. Let's start a revolution. Appetizers should be grilled cheese made with iron and a piece of paper, made with like a clothes iron. Really? I mean, What's the piece of paper? The piece of paper is so that the iron doesn't touch your food, right? So that the paper doesn't burn. I gotta feed my doggy. My doggy's getting hungry. Okay, thank you so much, Guy. That's a sock puppet. Yeah, the private, the for-profit prison is like kind of problematic. You're not ever gonna have like, you're not really gonna get, you know, humane treatment and like actual investment in people's futures and well-being if it's for profit. You can't, because it's always gonna be about money. So yeah, I feel like as long as there are private prisons that are operating for profit, things are going to continue to like be the way they are. Turkey would last in prison. Why? Because he, you know what? Turkey barks louder than he bites, so maybe he would scare everyone away. Okay, let's have our spicy bean, and then let me tell you about cheese puffs. Ooh. Okay. This is from, oh, excuse me. Maybe it's better if I don't talk while I eat it. Let me start cutting my Jack Links. Okay. So here's our beef jerky. Original flavor beef jerky. I was gonna get like a sausage, but I think these will taste a little bit better, to be honest. I think they'll be tastier. Okay, we're gonna use a plastic knife. Why? Because you don't get to use a 6-inch chef's knife when you're in prison. Okay, let's see if we can do this. That was a hot bean. That was only number 3 on the scale of 5. Sort of works. Not very well. Let's see. Okay, I can shred it. Maybe I can shred it and then I can cut the shreds with the knife. Okay. I'm determined to make this tamale as good as I possibly can. Okay, in the meantime, let me tell you guys about cheese curls. This is from Atlas Obscura. This article is titled, yeah, shredded beef. This article is titled, A Brief History of the Cheese Curl, Junk Food's Happiest Accident. Did you guys know that cheese curls, aka cheese puffs, were invented on accident? I didn't. Did you guys know that they are more or less repurposed horse feed? Yes, horse feed. I didn't know that either. I'll tell you about it. So, the story of the cheese curl is one of the more unusual creation stories from snack food history, starting, of course, in Wisconsin, the agricultural hub that has given us a lot of food innovation over the years, such as fried cheese curds. Some of these were intentional, others not, but the accident that made the cheese curl proved hugely fruitful for Flakegall Corporation, a Beloit, Wisconsin animal feed manufacturer whose owners later switched gears to producing snack foods, all thanks to the way the company cleaned its machines. The company's approach to producing animal feed was to put the material through a grinder, effectively flaking out the corn to get as much as possible from the grains, as well as to ensure cows weren't chewing any sharp kernels. So they had this like machine that would process the corn. Have a good look, Don. Yeah, so it was like a giant grinder almost. So in a 1932 patent filing, this is what it said. This flaking of the feed is of advantage because it avoids loss of a good percentage of materials which otherwise is thrown off as dust, and gives a material which keeps better in storage by reason of the voids left between the flakes, such as there can be proper aeration, not to mention the important fact that flaked feed is more palatable and easily digested by the animal. So they like had this patented machine to grind up the corn kernels. The grinder did its job, but it wasn't perfect, and periodically required cleaning to ensure it wouldn't clog. One strategy that I'm gonna call it flake-all. Oh yeah, because they were flaking the corn. So the flake-all workers would put moistened corn into the grinder, and they noticed that during this process, something really weird would happen. The moist corn would run directly into the heat of the machine. So if you guys can imagine, like this is kind of what the machine looked like. Can you guys see that? Let's see, do I have that right? Yeah. So it would look kind of like that. So you have this like grain on top, and then you have the internal workings, and you have this machinery, right? So, and it's very hot because there's a lot of friction, and there's like there's like a motor running in it. So when the moist corn went directly into the very center of the machine, it got really hot, and when it exited the grinder, it didn't flake because of the moisture. It would puff up like popcorn. Question of the day: how much time have you done? We're all sharing what we're in for. What are you in for? Okay, so completely by accident, like literally because they were trying to clean this animal feed extruder, they made this like corn snack. So there was this employee, Edward Wilson, and he saw the puffs coming out of the machine, and he literally he saw this like puffed corn coming out of the machine. He took it home, seasoned it, and made it into an edible snack for humans, a snack that he called corn curls. So this guy is like watching someone clean the machine. He's like, that looks delicious. And he like takes it home and tries and like seasons it and is like, I can make a snack out of this. So yeah, like cheese puffs are repurposed animal feed. That's how they got started, kind of. For merging into your lane when slowing down. Okay, so this state of affairs led to a second patent in flake-all's history. So in a 1939 filing titled Process for Preparing Food Products, this is from the patent. The device preferably is designed so as to be self-heated by friction between the particles of the material and between the particles and the surfaces of contacting metal to progressively build up pressure during the heating period. Thus, the uncooked raw material, having a predetermined moisture content, is processed into a somewhat viscous liquid, having a temperature high enough to cook the mass and heat the water particles to a temperature high enough for evaporation at atmospheric pressure, but being under sufficient pressure to prevent it. So what that means is you have your moistened corn kernels under extreme heat and pressure, and it ends up cooking them and puffing them. It literally puffs them. So I'll show you guys a video in a second. I just thought it was like so insane. I love when stuff like this is like invented by accident. So Flake-all had invented this thing, and it was super cool, and I think they eventually started making that instead of the animal feed. They changed its name to Adams Corporation to help take some of the attention away from the fact that they were selling a food product to humans that was originally intended for cows. So they were like, yeah, let's not advertise that. And let's see. And then eventually, like, different companies, Old London Foods, Elmer Candy Corporation, they came up with this cheese doodle, and then Cheetos came along. That was Fritos' version of it. And yeah, Cheetos. I just thought it was like so crazy. And then here, let me show you guys this video. Can I make this bigger?
Meat.
Oh, no, that's too big. I don't want it embedded in here. I just want to watch it. There we go.
Meet the extruder. It was patented 70 years ago by a cattle feed company. The raw maize goes inside and a tightly fitting spiral compacts it.
As the spiral turns, it forces the maize down towards the end. And the force gets harder and harder and creates heat, and so much heat that when the maize finally gets squeezed out of this tiny little hole here, it's so hot that it cooks it, and you get corn puffs.
But the spiral needs to spin very fast to force the maize through the hole.
I also like his accent. I don't know
never
who this
get
guy
enough
is, but
That's hard
it's like a
work. I
BBC
need
segment
more
about
power.
cheese puffs. I love learning about food. Okay, so he gets like a freaking like tractor engine to run it.
This should do it!
The output at the back of the tractor will power my extruder.
They're playing the friggin'
The
Manamana
spiral's
song.
up to speed, so if I ladle in the maize, I should get puffed out.
Well, I think it's a very sexy accent. Okay, so he starts putting in the corn, and it looks kind of gross at first.
A bit more stringy than puffy.
That's disgusting. It's like worms.
That's
But
disgusting.
now the shaft's getting hotter, and the maize is going gooey inside.
It's beginning to puff just a little bit. I can feel the heat of it. It's its own cooker.
Okay, here it comes. Ready?
It's shooting them out. Blimey, it's really fast.
Come on, is that not so
As the
cool?
hot, squidgy maize pops out, the moisture turns to steam, and the maize magically puffs up. It's amazing!
Look at that. That is absolutely brilliant.
Isn't that so cool? Like, I don't know. It's so cool. Like,
That's hard work.
oh my God. And then, yeah, you throw some cheese powder on that, and then you got yourself a snack. It's really, I don't know. It's really neat. So, yeah, basically, from what it sounds like, they come out cooked because there's so much extreme heat and pressure in the machine that it sounds like it comes out cooked. I don't know if that's the case. I would have to watch like a how it's made of Cheetos Now and, you know, see how they do it. But maybe they bake them afterwards. Like maybe they puff them and then they finish them by baking. I don't really know, but pretty cool. Anyway, I saw that video and I was like, oh my God, I need to share this with everybody. Okay, so we're using our plastic knife. We've torn up our beef jerky into like little strips to make it easier to cut, which worked really nicely. So now we have like our meat. This is going to be our tamale meat. Yeah, you just throw some cheese powder on that. So yeah, next time you guys eat cheese puffs, think to yourself, this was invented because of horse feed. Your thumbnail showed a pasta extruder and it was clickbait enough for me to show up. Ah, did you actually see what it was though? Or did you miss it? It wasn't pasta extruding actually. It was corn puffs, like puffed corn snacks. No, not pasta. Yeah, so kind of like cheese puffs that we know and love today. I think these are corn based, right? Yeah, cornmeal. So it's cornmeal moistened with water that's going through a high speed grinder and it's under enormous pressure. And so a lot of heat and steam and like pressure builds up inside it, and it ends up cooking and puffing the corn as it comes out. And so when he gets it going, like when he first starts, it's kind of like stringy and gross, but then when it starts heating up, it freaking starts popping out like cheese puffs. It is so cool. If you missed the video, I'll try to remember to put it in Discord, because it's definitely worth a watch. Here, actually, let me just, if you're curious, because I know you like food learning stuff, but this is what I was just talking about. Pretty cool. I love stuff like that. I love to know where foods come from and like who invented them, and it's so cool that it just happened on accident. And I love the idea of that. They were like cleaning out the machines, and one guy's like, that looks tasty. Hi, Miss Cheetah. This is a little bit different. It's true. All right, the plastic knife is working pretty well though. We're doing good. Yeah, exactly. It's just corn. There's nothing like wrong with it. Yeah, it was just corn that was designated for animal feed. But I just love that some guy was like, I'm gonna take that home and eat that. I love cheesy poofs. Oh, wait, are you referring to something? I don't know what you're referring to. That's okay, Miss Cheetah, don't worry about it. Okay. So do they feed half of it to cattle and the other half to us? I would expect they're made in different facilities now, because I'm sure there's more like strict regulation on making human consumption snacks, and I feel like it just wouldn't make sense to have the same facility making both. So I doubt they're mixed now, but I don't know anything, so don't ask me. Carmen becomes the Cheesy Poofs model? Is that like an early season? I don't know if I've seen that one. My job is going pretty okay. It's long, it's tedious, but overall, it's good. My husband's job is going pretty well. He's kind of starting to get into the swing of things. I'm gonna see how time's looking tonight, but I'm considering maybe making some cookies later tonight, like on stream. I'm not promising that I'm gonna make cookies, but I'm considering maybe making cookies because I haven't baked for his coworkers yet. And I think the head of his company is like visiting from the UK or something tomorrow. I don't even know. So I'm like, maybe I should give some sweets that he can bring to work, maybe. I don't know. How's being on the inside going for you? I just take it day by day. Yeah, you want some cookies? Well, I might make cookies. I don't want to promise yet because I don't know for sure. But depending on how time's looking and stuff like that, yeah, maybe I'll like jam out a very quick and easy batch of like drop cookies or something. No, nothing hard, nothing like no rollout cookies, nothing with icing, none of that crap. Just literally like chocolate chip cookies, kind of easy. I have to make sure that I have enough butter. I might not have enough butter. I don't want to make promises that I can't keep, so I'm not making a promise. I'm just telling you that it's an option for a little bit later. Since when do inmates keep promises? I'm not going to be a judgment of someone's character based on whether they've served time. Like, I would not feel comfortable saying that, oh, an inmate never keeps promises. I wouldn't say that. I cannot be the judge of that. My promises? Yeah, agreed. No, I know. I'm just saying. Okay, so once we are done cutting up our beef jerky with this plastic knife, which we're almost done. I'm watching stream on a Nintendo Switch. What? You can watch on a Switch? That's so funny, really? I didn't know you could watch on Switch. Hey, Uki, how are you? Thank you so much for the host. And you have to chat on a different device. I didn't even know you could watch on the Switch. That's so funny. It reminds me of I mean, this is old, but it went viral. That girl, there was like a teenage girl who like got grounded, and she was like on Twitter, and she was like, "Help! My parents have grounded me. Like I can't post on my phone anymore." And then she like kept finding ways to get on Twitter. Have you guys seen this? She's like, yo, I logged onto my DS. I'm like using the internet browser. Like my mom sucks, you know, like that kind of thing. And then she ends up accessing it through her family's like smart fridge. It's really stupid. It's just like I don't know. No, hang on. I'm probably telling it wrong, but it's pretty funny. I think if I just look up like girl tweet, I looked up girl tweet, and the first thing that comes up is girl tweet from fridge. Aw, it might be fake. Well, I'm just gonna pretend that it's real, because it's funnier if it's real. If it's fake, then it doesn't matter. This article says that they think it's fake. Well, whatever. I like to imagine that it's real because it's funnier that way. Why is it that all the funny shit on the internet is just made up? Like, that's such a bummer. Something like hilarious happens and it turns out to just be like some sort of clout chaser, like trying to do it. It's such a bummer. We can't just have like spontaneously funny shit. Lame. I don't trust my fridge not to spy on me. I don't really trust anything not to spy on me. I mean, I know my phone is for sure. I don't use like Alexa or Google Home devices. Like my phone's already spying on me enough. That's like, yeah. Yeah, like the post, yeah, exactly. Because Twitter tells you where you tweet it from. And so it said like from Nintendo DS, like from, you know, Samsung fridge or whatever. Here, I'll tell you. I'm sad to hear that it might be fake. That's a bummer. Kind of like Blair Witch. It would have been scary if it was real, but it was fake. Well, that's different. That's like someone making art, and like, I've never seen Blair Witch Project because I'm way too scared. I'm honestly too scared to watch it. But I think that was such a brilliant like marketing campaign. They tricked so many people into thinking that it was real. Like, I don't know, but that's kind of different. That's like I don't know. It just feels different. Yeah, I don't use like the Alexa or the Google Home. I have a friend who works for Amazon Alexa department. He tells me bold-faced that it doesn't listen in on you. And then a couple months later, Amazon admits that it is recording everything and people can review it. So did your friend not know, or was your friend lying? I mean, he had to know. I don't see how they could work for that department and not know. Yes, Boo Boo, I will feed you in a second. My dog's like mad. Okay, this teen girl went viral for tweeting from her fridge, but it's almost definitely a fake. Bummer. This is the tweet, which is really funny. I do not know if this is going to tweet. I am talking to my fridge. What the heck? My mom confiscated all of my electronics again. And it says that it was posted by LG Smart Refrigerator. I mean, if real, it's really freaking funny. Because you just imagine this teen girl who's like, oh, fuck my mom. Like, took away my phone again. Like, I'm just gonna like tweet from this refrigerator. Like, it's just, I don't know. He was lying to protect the company. Yeah, well, I'm sure he's got like strongly worded contracts telling him what he can and can't say. Yeah. I envy the people who went into the theater and got to watch it with the expectation that they were actually watching found footage. Oh my God, can you imagine? Like to not have the knowledge, like, cause no, you know, you can't watch that movie without that knowledge ever. Now that you have that knowledge, you'll never be able to like unknow it, you know? So you'll never be able to experience the probable terror of going into Blair Witch Project and thinking like, holy shit, oh my God, this is real. Like, yeah. You just won't get that. Wait, Blair Witch wasn't real footage? What are you cooking, Frosty? You returned it right away? Yeah, I probably would too. Also, like, people who have smart homes, I can understand the ease of it, but the idea of like not ever getting up to like do something, like being like, oh, I need to turn on a light. I'm just gonna be like, hey, turn on the hall light. Like, I'm like, that's what's gonna get us to like, you know, if you guys saw Wall-E and all those people are rolling around in those automated chairs, I was like, I don't want to be like that. Okay? If I need to turn off a light, god damn it, I'm going to stand up and walk over to the light switch and do it myself. Like, it's a matter of principle. So yeah, I will like intentionally stand up and go do stuff because I'm just like, I need to. I have to. If I don't, like, then humanity is lost. To control your central air, yeah. No, I'm not like judging people who do use it. I completely see the benefit. I'm sure it makes things like really, really easy. Yeah, my home is dumb. My home is really dumb. It doesn't do anything. Nothing in my house is automated. I knew Blair Witch was not real, and I think I saw it in the theater. I don't even like horror movies, but it was a bit spooky. I have never watched it. I don't want to. Like, I know what it's about, and I know enough about it to know that it would probably creep me out. I'm lazy shaming people? No, I'm not. Okay, I'm not trying to lazy shame people. If you're cozy in bed, you don't want to get up to change it. And when you can just yell at nothing like a crazy person. Yeah. My grumpy old man is showing. I'm sorry, okay? I can be a little old-fashioned. I saw Antler and didn't like it because it's bad, but it's also scary. What's Antler? Is that a new movie? Why am I sensitive to horror movies? Because I have a really active imagination, and they tend to affect me really badly after the fact. Like, I may enjoy it somewhat in the moment, but I know that it'll mess with my mental well-being, like, later, if that makes sense. So, like, yes, I will watch things that scare me. This is too much. Hang on, I think I need to add more, like, cheese puffs. Actually, no, it's okay. We're just going for it. Gone are the days of trying to use force on the TV remote. Use the force on the TV remote. Yeah, I know. It's a new movie on the subject of movies we didn't see or shouldn't have. I'm gonna look it up and just see what it is. It's scary. Antlers. Okay. It's a movie from this year. It's produced by Guillermo del Toro, directed by Scott Cooper. A small-town Oregon teacher and her brother, the local sheriff, discover that a young student is harboring a dangerous secret with frightening consequences. Okay, I like when stuff doesn't tell you too much. That's a nice little, it's a nice little blurb. I accidentally... Okay, sorry.
Stop
Jesus.
Stop it.
I lock the door out of just habit.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Zoe, I'm not going to argue with you on your stream. You do not. Out of habit. That is a new thing. Stop doing it.
You haven't worked away from home in like almost 2 years, so you wouldn't know.
Are wrong.
Okay.
Stop it.
Sorry that I'm intentionally locking my husband out of the house.
Stop locking the door.
I haven't seen it.
What's the reason?
Who is this guy?
3 days in a row now. I don't like it. Come here, turkey. Come here, buddy.
You left before anyone died. Wait, you started watching it and then you didn't finish watching it? Because it was filmed in Pasadena.
You okay?
Of course he has a key. He just doesn't want to use it. Whenever I hear his name, I'm like, yeah, I'll give it a go. Okay, so now, hey. All right. No. No, no, no. All right, so now we need to actually heat up some water. So I can either put on the kettle or I can just microwave some water. I guess I can just microwave it. Oh, buddy. Oh, he put his ball under the under the oven again. I'm not gonna get it for him. You gotta stop putting it under there. Oh, God. Dude, where is it? Oh, ugh. Really? Shush, shush, shush. Come on. Here, just bring it in. He does this thing where he like runs and then he opens his mouth as he's running, and it's his way of like throwing the ball back to me. But he does it into the kitchen, and so it just rolls right under the fridge. I need to like I need to put like a pool noodle there or something. Okay, so now we need to add a little bit of water here. So let's get, how should we do this? Let me heat up some water. I'm just gonna get some warm water. So I guess if you were to make this in prison, I suppose, you would have, you'd have like a hot water dispenser, I guess. Like, I don't know. That's what Frosty said. Frosty said that there's a hot water dispenser. So that's where the hot water comes from, because there wouldn't be a kettle, and like, I doubt that the tap water would get hot enough. So I'm assuming the hot water you could make, it's for like doing things like your ramen and stuff like that, right? Because you eat a lot of ramen from the commissary. So you need your hot water tap to do that. Maybe you could do like tea and coffee and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna, okay, so I just have some like kind of warm-ish water. So we're gonna add this. It says half a cup of warm water. It says to add just enough so that you can shape it. So you're also assuming it's gonna taste good. I don't know, it might not. Okay, so we're gonna add some water. Ooh, we're trying to like make it into a paste. I think we need a little bit more. It's coming together though. It's kind of turning into a paste. Okay. It smells like a movie theater snack bar. Like it kind of smells like nachos and popcorn. The first thing that I thought of when I smelled, and the beef jerky smells vaguely of like hot dogs. So it kind of reminds me, like the smell of this reminds me of, like it smells lightly of the smell of a snack bar in a movie theater. Which actually isn't a bad smell, you know, it just kind of smells like snacks. Okay, so we're adding in enough moisture here, and we're just kind of giving it a good mush. I'll be damned. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I don't want to add too much water because we don't want it to be wet. So we're gonna leave a small gap here for the air, and then we're just gonna start squishing. Oh my god. Okay, this is like a really long, skinny tamale. Maybe let's try to make it a little bit shorter. It actually kind of looks like a tamale. Well, I'll be damned. Okay, like that, I think. I'm gonna get some more water, and I'm gonna heat it up. Okay, but like, what if it's amazing? Like, what if it's really good? I bet you guys won't be laughing then. Your meal redemption will be Kahlua. What, Kahlua pork? Then I guess you have a new snack. I know, right? Okay, so I've rolled it up in like a little packet, and then once my water's hot, I'm gonna see if it fits in that thing, and if it doesn't, I'll have to pour it in another bowl. Oh, you want me to do actual Kahlua pork in the ground? Yeah, right. I've made Kahlua pork on stream a couple times before, actually. It is something that I really enjoy. I do it in my Instant Pot, though. There's no way I could do it in the ground. Come on. Okay, so we got our hot water here. Let me see if, I don't know if this will fit. Maybe I think I need to put it in a bowl. Okay, so we're gonna put our, no, hang on. I need something flatter. What is something flat? Here, we'll use a bowl that has like a wider base. So put that in there, and then we'll pour our hot water over it. All right. And then what? How long does it have to sit here? Just enough to like warm it up? Okay, so run under hot water to cook, then open the bag and enjoy, okay? How many of these tamales do you think they make? I don't know. I'm gonna laugh so hard if this is good. It probably won't be, but I will laugh so hard if it is. And of course, we'll eat it with a plastic fork. Okay, so I think this is just to make the food hot. There's really nothing that needs to be cooked. I mean, like everything, there's nothing raw in it. So I think it's just to make it like a hot meal. Okay, here we go. Now we wait. Okay. No, I think it's good. Okay. Can we get it out of here in one piece? Guys, check out my prison tamale. These better go on Instagram. I'll take a picture, but I'm not putting it on the gram. This is not Instagram food. But I will take a picture for you guys. All right, here we go. It looks like a jumbo protein bar. Okay. It has the texture of a tamale. Okay, here we go. It's actually not that bad. It's actually not that bad. It's, it has the texture. It has the texture of a tamale. Obviously the meat is mixed throughout, not on the inside. I didn't crush it up fine enough. I'm biting down on pieces of corn chip that weren't like fully broken down to dust. Also, I think if you use hot water and you let it sit for longer, with the hot water like paste, I think it'll soften it. Because I'm getting a little bit of crunchiness. You could tag Celebrity Felons and ask how you did. It's not bad. It's not really how I would prefer to eat these snacks, you know? Like, it doesn't have the same crunch that you would want from like a corn chip or from your Cheeto Puff or the chewiness of the meat. It's kind of like a weird combination of all of them. And I didn't break down the corn chips enough. I'm gonna heat it up because it's not hot enough. Okay, let me just zap it in the microwave. Honestly, not the worst thing I've ever eaten, like at all. I think if I was in prison and I was like kind of craving a tamale, it would like sort of like satisfy the craving, maybe. It obviously doesn't have as much flavor. Okay, hear me out. Do they have, there's gotta be hot sauce in prison, right? There's gotta be like hot sauce or like hot sauce packets or something. Okay, hear me out. No, let's look up a list of commissary food and let's see actually what's available for us. It was entertaining to watch. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It was like very, very unique. Who would have thought that 3 ingredients could be so interesting? Let's check out a commissary menu. No, a prison commissary, not the Burbank commissary. You trade your hot sauce packets for hot cocoa? Okay, so I'm looking at a commissary list. Let's check it out. Ooh, it's pretty extensive. Okay. Okay, I did heat it up. Let's see if making it warmer makes it taste better. Hey, when it's actually hot, it's not too bad. Let's just say hypothetically, we could get some hot sauce, which maybe we can. I don't know. I'm looking right now. Wow, it's actually like a really extensive list. Here's a list of stuff from the prison commissary, and I don't know, you guys probably can't see it because the text is really small, but there's like a lot of pages. Oh no, wait, hang on. What's FCI commissary versus special housing unit? Maybe they have different. Okay, so special housing unit seems to have less stuff on it. So maybe special housing unit is like a higher security wing or something like that. So it seems like they have less stuff on it. The regular seems to have 2 pages. The special housing seems to have less items. So like maybe they have less stuff available. I'm not really sure. And I don't know what SCP is. But I can tell you what's on just the regular FCI commissary list. Don't know what that is. You can get copy cards, picture tickets, stamps. You can get books of various size stamps, forever stamps, 1 cent stamps, 10 cent stamps, you know. Ice cream. They sell ice cream, which I think is pretty cool. Like they actually have like different flavors. You write in your flavor that you want. For drinks, there's water, cappuccino, V8, Gatorade, cranberry juice, sugar-free drink mix. And there's like some different coffees. There's like regular decaf tea.
What is this for?
This is the prison commissary.
This is just like their lunch.
No, their lunch is served like they get regular food. This is the the shop, right? So if your friends or relatives like send you money from the outside, and you can like load it onto a card, and then you can use it to buy stuff, or you can trade for things. You know, you can barter for stuff in prison. So like if you have something and you don't have any credits on your commissary card, you know, I'm sure someone can get it for you, and you could barter like a service or something for it, you know. Right, so it's all a lot of like transactional stuff. There's hot chocolate, iced tea. So this is all like kind of special stuff. I feel like this is considered like a special privilege, right? Everyone gets the same fucking, you know, boring prison food, but to be able to buy this stuff, I feel like is kind of a privilege because you have to have money to do it. Either money that someone sends to you or money that you made from like working in prison or something like that. You can't just go up and just have these for free. You still have to buy them. They have different candy bars. Ramen. A lot of ramen. It's not terrible. How's it going, J-Fry? Hello, Nemesis. So there's different kinds of soups. There's like chili, salsa, like a spicy soup. There's ramen. Then there's condiments. You can get creamer, sugar. You can get seasonings. You actually can. So you could totally jazz this up. Listen to this. Garlic powder, onion powder, seasoned salt, honey, jalapeno peppers, el pato picante, that might be like a hot sauce, sweet Asian, chili garlic, salt and pepper. You can, I don't know where this prison is, but you can get furikake, which is like a seaweed seasoning. Weird. Mayonnaise, pickles, soy sauce, olive oil, cream cheese, jelly, lemon juice, Hershey syrup, and then you can get various rotating dips and hot sauces. As far as real food, like actual food, you can get cans of tuna, probably canned salmon, I'm guessing canned chicken, mackerel, summer sausage, shredded beef, Spam, beef bites, turkey bites, white rice, brown rice, nacho cheese rice, whole kernel corn, pepperoni slices, pizza kit, taco mix, flour and corn tortillas, refried beans, chili beans, oatmeal, squeezed cheese. Anyone need some tomatoes? I'm good, I'm good. I love Ear Hustle. It's like one of my favorites. I was talking about it earlier because I love it so much. Peanut butter, granola. Let's see, a lot of different snacks, a lot of different like, you know, mixed nuts, chips, Pop-Tarts. You know, these are like special, these are kind of like special treats, you know? And honestly, the prices are quite reasonable. Like, the prices aren't exorbitant. I would be eating beans and cheese the whole time. Like, they don't seem insane. Like, I don't know what the sizes are of anything. Like, I don't know if it's just a single serving or what. I'm guessing it's a single serving. You can get marshmallows, pork rinds, popcorn, dried fruit. Then there's various health products. So obviously, like if you are having I think if you're having like an actual medical issue, they would put you in like a hospital wing or something like that. Like there is actual medical treatment, but this is just kind of like drugstore over-the-counter stuff. As do my coworkers with the fan on. You can get Band-Aids, aspirin, antibiotic cream, like just the topical. I'm just like kind of going through the highlights. You can get cough drops, eye drops, hydrocortisone. You can get like Vicks Vapor Rub, nasal saline spray, cough decongestant. And then there's dental products. You can get toothpaste, different brushes, toothbrushes, floss, and then there's cosmetics. This is kind of wild. You can actually buy makeup. I wonder what brand makeup they have. It is. I'm sorry. They have eyeliner, blush, eyeshadow, batteries. It's kind of wild. You can buy a lot of stuff. This is really crazy. I did not know you could get all of this. I don't know if I can eat this whole thing. It's really salty. It's like really, really salty. You're gonna loot the prisons first? We got laundry stuff. Various hair cares. Everything from shampoo and conditioner to gel, hair scrunchies, do-rags. Like, yeah. Envelopes for writing letters. And like address books and like notepads and pens. You can, you know, because if you don't have a pen, you gotta like borrow it or buy one, you know? Yeah, it is really salty. Foot cream, foot powder, different lotions, soaps, deodorant, tampons, pads, shower shoes. You gotta have those shower shoes so your feet don't get nasty. You don't wanna get athlete's foot in the freaking showers. You can get a calculator. You can get a dictionary. You can get a Spanish-English dictionary. This is like really wild. I didn't know you could buy all this stuff. You could buy a bowl, an air freshener. These are things that like I don't even think about, but like, yeah, it does make sense that these are things that you might want to have. You can buy sunglasses. And underwear.